Hey, what's up, NFL nerds? We're back with another 2019 NFL prediction. Now, we're doing the NFC East today. Guys, we're almost done with this series here. We've only got the NFC East and the AFC South left to do. And then after that, we're doing the playoff predictions, and we will be planning on live streaming that. And we're gonna try to make time to actually have all that done by the time the first preseason game starts, which is actually the 1st of August. That'll be the Hall of Fame game. But we're going to try to have all of our playoff predictions done and uploaded by August 1st. So make sure you're tuned in for the next week or so and watch those videos when they come out. But anyways, guys, before we get into this, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button if you haven't already, and let's jump into it. So, the Cowboys are kicking off the season against the Giants. Now, the Giants surprisingly do pretty well against the Cowboys. I know the Giants aren't the best team out there. We all know that. Even Giants fans know that. But they play pretty decent against the Cowboys, I feel like. But I don't think they're going to beat them in Dallas. Now I'm going to give them the benefit of a doubt and actually say they'll beat them when they play in New York. I think the Giants can actually take that one. I think Saquon Barkley will have a really good game. By that point in the season, I expect Daniel Jones to at least get more playing time. I don't know about necessarily starting yet, but I think he'll get more playing time by then. And, I think since he's younger and he's growing more, I think he'll have, at least a decent game. So I expect the Giants to win that one, but I don't think it's going to be a blowout or anything. So then the week 2, the Cowboys will be going and playing the Redskins. And, oh man, Redskins are a tricky team to predict. They had a season just like the Panthers last year. We both started out 6-2. And then we both ended up finishing 7-9. We both had very frustrating seasons. I expect the Redskins to start off, pretty well. I think it'll be a close game, but I think the Redskins can beat the Cowboys in the first game. Now, when they're playing in Dallas, I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think they'll have a shot at beating the Cowboys when they're playing in Dallas. We've kind of already predicted weeks 3 through 6 there. Make sure you go and check out some of those predictions there so you know kind of what I was thinking there. Wow, there's 4 Sunday night games in a row. Wow, okay. At least I think those are all night games. Something like that. But then they'll be playing the Eagles in Dallas. I think the Cowboys can win that one. I don't think that's too far-fetched of a prediction. I've mentioned before, I think the Eagles are a bit overrated, and I don't expect them to have all that great of a season. I don't think they'll be the worst team in the NFL, but I don't think they'll be top tier. They've got a good team, but they're never able to pull it off, especially without Nick Foles. I think they were stupid to get rid of Nick Foles. I really do. Um, but so then I have the Giants beating the Cowboys beating the Vikings, then the Lions. I actually have the Patriots beating the Cowboys, which that'll be. I feel like that'll be either a really fun or a really boring game to watch. Like, it could be something crazy fun like the Rams and Chiefs game this last year, or it could be insanely boring like, the Super Bowl. I guess we'll see what happens there. But then they will be playing against the Bills. I think that'll be a good game. I don't think it'll be a super fun game to watch because it'll be insanely defensive, but it'll be a close game, I think. Then I have the Bears beating the Cowboys, and then the Cowboys barely losing to the Rams. I could see that one going either way, but I think the Rams will take it. Now, I think it would be a little bit far-fetched of me to say the Cowboys sweep the Eagles, and I think it's fitting that the Eagles win in Philly. I think that's pretty reasonable. So, anyways, I have the Cowboys going 10-6. It was what they did last year too. I feel like they have a little bit harder of a schedule now. I don't know. I might be giving them too much credit. I might not be giving them enough credit. But I think 10-6 is pretty reasonable. So then I'm gonna jump down to the Eagles. Now, the Eagles usually play at least pretty decent in divisional games, and I don't expect the Redskins offense to be able to do much to the Eagles defense. I really don't. I honestly think the Eagles will actually be sweeping the Redskins. I know I've mentioned that the Eagles are a bit overrated, but I think they can sweep the Redskins. Then I have them losing to the Falcons, losing to the Lions, which that was kind of a bold prediction there. Losing to the Packers, which that one is another pretty bold prediction. I could see that one going either way. Beating the Jets, beating the Vikings, losing to the Cowboys, beating the Bills. This time losing to the Bears, because I think they only won that because of Nick Foles and because of the Bears' double doink thing there in the playoffs. You guys all know what I'm talking about. So I have them losing to the Patriots. I think that'll be a fun game to watch, though. I could see that being pretty fun. I have them beating the Seahawks. The Seahawks are decent. They always figure out ways to, turn a rough season into a winning season. And I can see it going either way, but I think the Eagles will be the ones to win that one. So then I have the Eagles beating the Dolphins. Dolphins will be rebuilding a little bit, but I see them going 5-11. I don't think that's too far-fetched for the Dolphins. A lot of people think the Dolphins are the worst team in the NFL. They're obviously not one of the better teams. They're not. But I think there's worse teams, Like, I think the Raiders are a little bit worse. I think the Bengals are a little worse. I think the spoiler alert, I think the Giants are a little bit worse. Um, I don't know. I don't think the Dolphins deserve quite as much hate as they get. I'm not going to say they're a good team, but they're not the worst team in the NFL. I also think they're better than the Cardinals. I think the Cardinals are honestly the worst team in the NFL. That's just me. I feel like it's appropriate to say the Eagles will go 1-1 against the Giants, and they will be the winners in their appropriate and respective homes. Yeah, so we'll jump down to the Giants prediction. I've already mentioned how they'll do in the division. I'll let you guys kind of take a look at, how they're doing. They'll lose to the Bills. They'll beat the Bucks. I think they'll beat the Redskins and then lose to the Redskins. I don't think that's too far-fetched. That'll actually put both of them at 6-10. I'll go ahead and skim over the Redskins prediction as well before we end the video, so you know who all they're losing to and who all they're winning against. But yeah, have the Giants losing to the Vikings, then the Patriots, beating the Cardinals, losing to the Lions, beating the Cowboys, losing to the Jets, losing to the Bears, the Packers, the Eagles, beating the Dolphins, losing to the Redskins, and beating the Eagles. So, 6-10, I might be giving the Giants too much credit. Thinking about it, I probably am. But I'm going to give them the benefit of a doubt. We can see if they do a little bit better. Now, I also have the Redskins going 6-10. I think they've got a bit harder of a schedule. Playing the Eagles and Cowboys twice, which I know the Giants are too. But then there's the Bears, the Patriots. The Dolphins are a relatively easy win. The 49ers, the Vikings, the Bills. The Jets will be a little bit better this season too. The Lions. The Panthers, I think, are getting slept on quite a bit. The Packers, who I think are a little bit overrated this season, but, it'll be a good game. The Eagles again. And then the Giants and the Cowboys. It's a pretty hard schedule. And the Redskins are kind of in a rebuild mode. I don't think they'll, really be doing all that great. But, yeah, this is kind of what I have for the NFC East. I'll go over the NFC playoff seeds. So I have the Bears with the number 1 seed going 13-3. Number 2 seed, the Saints, going 11-5. Which the Panthers are also going 11-5. We'll see who ends up winning the division. Who wins the tiebreaker there. So that one could be either way. One of them will be number 2 seed. One of them will be number 5 seed. Then the number 3 seed, I have the Los Angeles Rams at 10-6. And then number 4 seed, the Dallas Cowboys, also at 10-6. The wild cards, I expect them both to be in the NFC South. I think the Falcons, Panthers, and the Saints will all make the playoffs. They did in 2017. Why wouldn't they be able to in 2019? I don't think that's really all that bold of me to say either. If one of them doesn't make the playoffs, I could also see the Eagles maybe sneaking in there. Vikings getting close. Depending on how well the 49ers and Seahawks do, I could maybe see them sneaking a spot too. But, yeah, make sure you tune in the next, week or so and see what we have for the AFC South and see what the AFC rankings are. And, yeah, next Thursday, I think we're going to do, right before the Hall of Fame game, we're actually going to be live streaming our playoff predictions for the whole NFL up to the Super Bowl. Now, it'll be a little bit different. We're not gonna actually predict the winner of the Super Bowl yet. That'll be in a separate video. Because I want to go more in depth with it. I want to do some of the stats that'll be in the Super Bowl. And, cover it a lot more in depth. So please make sure you tune in to those videos. It's going to be hype. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Later.